So in this video, I'm going to talk about the worst marijuana-induced panic attack that I suffered. And that's, I've suffered quite a few. Two of them that landed me in the hospital, but probably the worst one that I ever suffered was back when I was 17. This was about, I'll say 6 years ago. It was early in the morning. Had about like 1/4 of a blunt. It was about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I went ahead and smoked it. Now, at the time, remember, I already had anxiety from weed, but I was so, like, I used to smoke a lot of weed when I was younger before that, and I really enjoyed it. I had no anxiety or anything, no paranoia. It was awesome. I love the euphoria that you felt from it, but as I got older, and more problems started to happen in my life, and my mental health started deteriorating slowly. And so weed was making my anxiety just go through the roof. But anyway, that day, I smoked 1/4 of a blunt. I just wanted to relax that morning, listen to some music. That's when I go to lay down in bed. I realized that the weed is hitting me pretty hard. And then I feel my heartbeat. My heart was racing. And immediately, at first I tried to ignore it. I was like, okay, this is pretty normal. This has happened before. It's nothing. It's just a regular side effect of the weed. Then I start feeling like my heart's racing even more. It's going quicker, and I'm thinking, man, this sucks. Why the hell is my heart racing this fast? And that's when I start to feel like my breathing is becoming labored, and I have to manually breathe. And that's when really stuff gets really bad. So I stand up, try to like pace around, try to calm myself down. I'm by myself in the house. Nobody in the house knows that I smoke weed, so that makes it even worse. Then I have, and so my heartbeat is not coming down. I'm hyperventilating. I feel like, my mind is going 1,000 miles an hour. I'm having so many thoughts, and I'm thinking about death. I'm thinking that I'm having a heart attack. I'm thinking that my heart's going to stop any moment. I'm thinking that I'm going to die right there. I'm so stoned. I can't handle this. I walk outside. I walk back inside. I walk outside. I try to get some fresh air to calm myself down. My heart is still beating 100 miles. Like, that's nothing. More like 150, 160 miles per hour. I'm trying to stop and calm myself down, but it's not working. I start freaking absolutely the fuck out. I see absolutely no option, so I called 911 because I thought I was going to die. I called 911, talked to the operator. It's like, what happened? I was smoking weed. I feel like I can't breathe. My heart's beating too fast. And he please send some help. I need to go to the hospital. I'm gonna die. Okay, cops get there first because it's a drug-related call. I explained to the cop what was going on. Then, the EMTs came on. They put me in the back of the ambulance, put an IV in me, then did the EKG on me, and they saw that my heart was going above 165 beats per minute, and it wasn't coming down. So they put me on oxygen, and this whole time I'm scared out of my mind. I'm just wishing that I don't die. I'm thinking about my family. I'm thinking about my life, everything. Like, wow, I'm really gonna die at 17 from this. It was the marijuana lace that they put something in it. What's going on? I told that to the paramedics. Paramedics were like, yeah, your heart rate is pretty high. It's not coming down, even for your age. So we're gonna take you to the hospital. I get to the hospital. By the time I get to the hospital, it's starting to come down. The weed effect is starting to die off. And by the time I get into the hospital, I'm pretty much back to normal. I'm calmed down. My parents get there, they're pissed. But that was horrifying. It was traumatizing for me. It felt literally like I was in hell. It literally felt like I was about to die. And that just goes to show how extremely intense marijuana panic attacks can get. It's like one of the most worst things that you can experience besides actually dying. And that's why Delta-9 THC is something that I completely stay away from because of how potent it is. And I can't even imagine how fucking strong those edibles that people take must be. And if anybody has any horror stories from marijuana, you can just drop them in the comments, and you just know that this happens more often than you think.